Hello everybody, I'm Beefy, and it is that time again. We are here to rank every shiny Pokemon in Generation 3. We've done so for the past 2 generations, and it's that time now. It's the most controversial series that I make, and I can't stop now. We gotta keep going, so let's get started. There are 135 Pokemon in this generation, so we'll be listing them from worst to best. Coming in at last place, we have Shedinja, because I literally cannot tell a difference. I have this shiny, and I look at it in the Pokédex to see the difference. I cannot tell a difference. Slaking is next, because it changes. You can tell it changes a little bit, but it's not even a good change. Like, you can have a subtle shiny and it be good. Slaking is not that. The infamous Regice. Now, Regice used to have like a decent shiny, like you were able to tell, and now in the newer games it's really hard. Plusle, another shiny that's super hard to tell. Blaziken, I really just don't like how it just turned dark red. It would have been so cool if it changed to a different color completely, and I'm a little disappointed. Vigoroth is next. Pretty similar to Slaking. It barely changes, and when it does change isn't very impressive. Tropius just gets a little lighter. I really hate that because Tropius is such an interesting, cool Pokemon. I would love it if it had like a great shiny, and I've hunted this shiny before. It's just not that impressive. Skitty, about the same way as Tropius, just a little lighter. Exploud and Loudred next. I put them together because they're basically the same color scheme, and they're just not very good. Nincada is next. I really like Nincada. I don't know why. I've always really liked Nincada, but its shiny's never been impressed me. Manectric, I wish, had the same treatment as Electrike, but it's just dull. Next we have Crawdaunt. I don't think this shiny's too bad, but it could have been a little better. It got a little duller than Corpfish's shiny. I really like Whiscash, so I hate putting it down this low. And the shiny's not even bad. It's just, you know. See, I really like Generation 3 shinies, and we're already getting to a point where they're starting to get good, just not as good as others. So now we have Shiftry and Seedot, who are very similar, and they're just alright. I don't dislike the shinies at all. It's just they're worse than other shinies in this generation. Ninjask is the best of its line. It actually changes, first of all, and it had some other color in there. Delcatty is here, and it's definitely better than Skitty. It changes from purple to pink, which is definitely different, but it's not too impressive. Combustion is better in Blaziken in my mind because of the fixed shiny that they had. For a while it was just really bad, but they fixed its shiny back to the original way it was, and it's back to being like better. Chimecho is like really weirdly not impressive, but not awful. I have it on Pokemon Go from GoFest, and I kind of like it. I really wish Jirachi had a better change than it does, because it's a mythical Pokemon. You expect a lot from a mythical Pokemon, and then they give you that. It's just, yeah. Seviper, I actually don't completely dislike. It's a really weird and kind of gross shiny, but it's a snake, and it kind of fits its, you know, design, so I kind of like its shiny. I have Shiny Glalie, and getting it didn't impress me more than not getting it. Like, its shiny is just kind of, yeah, you know. Kecleon, I like the blue stripe change, but I really wish it was the pink Kecleon. I really wish that was its shiny. Torkoal kind of gets like a gold color, and it's actually not even a bad coloring, but it's a little weird. Surskit just kind of gets dark, like it got a tan. And I'm not a huge fan of that. It's alright. Pelipper and Wingull are next, and they just get a little lighter green on their wings, which isn't, you know, awful, but it's very subtle, and if you're not paying attention in the games, you won't notice it. Silcoon would be rated lower, but its blue eyes are just really nice, and anything can have like a kind of bad shiny, but its eyes, if they're really cool, I'll like it. Linoone and Zigzagoon are here. Their Galarian forms are amazing, but we're not in Galar, we are in Hoenn, so their shinies are just decent at best. Makuhita, I really like the red glove change, and yeah, I think it's a really cool one. Banette, then Shuppet. These are a really cool bluish color. I really like the teal on Shuppet, and the yellow really brightens out the shiny and draws your attention in. Numel doesn't have a lot of change, but it's a good shiny. I really like the blue on the back. This is definitely one that you'll have a hard time noticing if you're not paying attention, because I've hunted it and I know I've had trouble just finding out if it's shiny because of the blue on the back. Regirock isn't a bad shiny. It's just kind of chocolate. That's the best way to describe it. It's literally just chocolate. Shelgon's a nice green, but it's not up there with its evolutions. Anorith is cool. It's just kind of a weird Pokemon as itself, and I like the brown though. Masquerain has a weird green on it, but I like it. We have the Minty Registeel. I love shiny Registeel, even though it's not even like crazy good. It's just kind of, you know, there. Cacturne and Cacnea. I really like the fall colors, even though cactuses don't even turn that color in the fall, but I like how they still have the fall color. Swellow and then Tailo are next. They were actually in the anime, and I really like their shinies. They're very different in my opinion, but they're really cool. Nosepass turns to a yellow-ish, goldish kind of color, and in some games it's kind of like a gross color, but in others it's really cool, so I don't know. I really like how Love Disc turns to like a yellow. I don't think I'd like it much if it turned to any other color. Cascoon turns to like a kind of weird green, but it's not bad. Corphish doesn't change a lot, but I really like how it turns like a pink. It's weird because I'm not a huge fan of subtle shinies, but this one's pretty subtle, and yet it still has a cool coloring. Wailord and Wailmer are just pink, and I like it. I really like Relicanth's shiny, and I really want to hunt it eventually, but it's just like a fun little blue added to the fish that had like no color before. Spinda is a fun one. It's green. That's all you gotta say about it. It's just a cool green. Sableye has a shiny that I feel like you shouldn't like, but it's weirdly fitting for the Pokemon that it is, so I kind of like it. Next we have Spoink, and it's just a fun little Pokemon. Mawile is a cool one. It's just a weird Pokemon in general though. Spheal, Celio, and then Walrein are next. I want to put them higher, but all they do is just turn pink, and there's a lot of shinies that do that. Swablu and then Altaria are next, and I really like the gold coloring on them. Armaldo is next. It's leaving Anorith behind because instead of the weird, you know, cool but weird brown color, it's a red, and it's mixing things up a little bit. Dusclops and then Duskull, I like them as Pokemon. They're really cool, and I really like the maroon added to them. It makes them still creepy. Torchic, I like how it reverses the colors on it. Roselia has a cool shiny. I love how just the flowers change. I don't know why. Like, usually I'd want the whole Pokemon to change, but I really like just the flowers changing. Lombre's a cool one. I really like it shiny. Beautifly as well is a really good shiny. I like the purple in it. It's a really good touch. Next we have Cradily, which I'm a fan of because even though it's not the cool green that Lileep is, it's still a cool red. Here's Whismur. I really wish its evolution line picked up the green that it has, but I really like Whismur's shiny. Snorunt has a cool, it's an ice Pokemon, so it's cool that it has the ice coloring. Nuzleaf is better than its, you know, Pokemon in the other line because it has orange in it, and it makes it look like a superhero, or like a wrestler would be a nice way to put it. Minun has a way better shiny than Plusle, and I really like the teal. Solrock would be lower, but I noticed its eyes are blue, and like I said, I'm a sucker for when its eyes change to a really cool color. Poochyena and then Mightyena with the weird kind of golden brown, which kind of go together really well somehow, and the eyes are really cool sticking out. I like the autumn colors on Dustox. I don't know why, I really like autumn colors. We have Trapinch turning green, then we have Feebas, that's like a cookie fish that turns purple. I really like the Lunatone's eyes changing, like I said, eyes. A lot of people hate Groudon Shiny. I really like Groudon Shiny. I don't know why. I really like the neon color of it. Latios still keeping its blue color but making it a little teal. Grumpig changes enough to be different and good. Claydol has a great shiny, same color scheme as Grumpig. Wynot is just pink and it follows Wobbuffet in its tracks. I like it. Barboach is really cool. I like the silver and yellow. Baltoy has a nice accent on it. Kyogre's pink is really cool. I really like it. Marshtomp, Mudkip, and then Swampert. The whole line is really good. I like the pink to it. It's actually a shiny, one of my first shinies that I ever hunted. And I like the yellow and pink and how they go together. Latias doesn't keep the red coloring. Instead it has a yellow coloring. And that works better. Meditite has a really cool red color, but it's not all that. My boy Aron along with Lyron and Aggron have a cool change where they all, instead of being just like a steel color, they turn to like a very bright, vibrant red eye and like bluish green color. Castform's up this high because it's a cool shiny as is, but the new forms that they added the shinies for are awesome. They all look like superheroes with masks. I love them. Gulpin and Swallow are already different colors, but they both changed their shinies to the same, not the same blue, but they both turned blue, and that's really cool to me. Carvana is nothing like its evolution, but it's okay because its shiny still pops off. Absol is cool how it still has the same fur, but its skin color is turning red instead of blue. Lotad's shiny's kinda weird, but I really like the coloring to it. Melodic has a little bit of change and it goes really well. Here's Lileep shiny. I really like fossils and this one's got a really cool shiny. Slackoff just turns pink. I don't know why, but it works. Azurill is the same as Meryl and it goes really well together. Electrike has an amazing shiny. The green to the blue, but the blue is so nice. Bagon and Salamence go next to each other and they work really well. I love the green on them. Shroomish and Breloom turn red and they're really good. We got purple Wurmple here. Clamperl also kind of follows the purple that Wurmple gets, except it has the cool pearl inside. Ludicolo is one of my favorites and I really like the teal color to it. It gives it a little more of a tropical vibe. Gorbis is like Love Disc but better. Medicham has a better change than Meditite. I really like the light blue that it has. Vibrava out here with the autumn colors. Illumise has the yellow, which is cool. Sharpedo turns pink, but it really works. I really like Zangoose's blue. Volbeat also has a really cool blue to it. There's a lot of cool blue shinies here. And we got Flygon next, which also reinforces that. Sceptile is really good, but I kind of like its pre-evolutions better. Hariyama probably wouldn't be up this high, but it's one of the shinies I hunted and fell in love with more now that I had it. Huntail has a really cool shiny, better than its pre-evolutions, definitely. I've always really liked it. Right outside the top 10, and then also a little into the top 10, we have the Metagross line, especially Beldum, Metang, and then Metagross. Their shinies are amazing, and I really like the silver. Then we have Gardevoir, Ralts, and then Kirlia. Really cool shinies. I think the top 10 is just going to be full of lines now. Camerupt is next. This is also a shiny I had on my team once, and it's a really cool black coloring. Rayquaza takes over that though with its amazing black coloring with the yellow circles that Camerupt has, but it also adds in some red in there, and it's got a great shiny. Number 3 and number 2 go to Trico and Grovyle. I really like the green on them, and the red really brings it out. Number 1 has to go to Deoxys. Not only is Deoxys itself really good, but its forms are also really good. They're all really similar, and the yellow and the green really go together so well, and I love their shinies. So yeah, that has been my Generation 3 shiny ranking. Get ready for Generation 4, and I will see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye!